there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It is Friday. It's the start of the weekend, which is amazing, and there's absolutely loads of brilliant stuff coming up for you, not just today, but for the entirety of the weekend. But we are cramming them in today. I mean, I've got a star-studded lineup for you today here on Crafters TV. I'm going to kick it off with this pair of beauties. So my left over here, Debby Robinson is here and Becky Swan is here.
Hello.
I'm going to call you two double trouble today.
I don't know how you dare. I don't know how you dare. I was just going to say the double dream team is what we are. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like Joe's Angels today here in the studio. I'm absolutely loving it. You're both on the way. Debbie, we had a brilliant day yesterday, didn't we?
We had
and
a
the fun
fabulous,
will continue today.
Absolutely, a great fun day, lots of crafty inspiration, and we're planning on that all over again, but it's going to be an absolutely stellar of a day because there's just so many goodies lined up for you, not just for myself, but from the gorgeous Becky as well. We've got some lovely things coming up. We're going to be doing creator cards, so we've got some creator card deals, we've got a masterclass with the creator cards later, and we may even feature a gnome or two this morning because you're loving those gnomes just as much as we love them too. So yeah, that's what I've got planned. What about you, Becky?
I've got launches of 3 brand new products. So we've got some Ling Goldsworthy templates that we've got today. So brand new, not been seen on here before. So we've got 3 different sets. So we're going to be launching those today.
Well, it's going to be absolutely blooming amazing, isn't it? Of course, Soft Side Life, 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast, and then that amazing masterclass, myself and Debbie, 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. over on the West Coast. But we are not done there. Oh no, we've got even more special guests. Sandra! Oh, there you are. Hi. Hi. I'll just be off. Sorry, Sandra. Sandra from Sanntangle is here as well. How are you, Sandra?
I'm really good, thank you. It's lovely to be here as ever. Thank you.
Oh, absolute pleasure. Lots of new stuff coming up today. I'm hearing how busy it is already.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Lots of different bits and pieces, lots of great demos. So if you've never tried this before, you really need to set record or whatever and have a look at what it is we're going to be doing. So
yeah, you really do, and you're going to have to be super fast for the brand new items that we have got, particularly the starter kit and also the dragonflies. They are over half sold already. If you have had your eye on some of the Sanntangle items, I actually would urge you already this morning, get over to the website craftscompanion.co.uk.eu, hit the shop the show button or shop the day button and have a little look at all of those gorgeous items. Sandra will be coming up sort of about 15 the next hour, and we're having a look at all of those gorgeous items that are coming up. Now, last night we had an incredible Sarah Cartload show. My oh my, was it eventful. We had loads of great deals for you, but we've actually still got some of those deals available for you right now as well. So I'm going to take you through some of them. Let me share with you this one first. It's the £3, $3 Lucky Dip. There is still a handful of these available for you, which is brilliant. And essentially, for every one of these you put in your basket, you're going to get an awesome product. It could be some of our amazing stamps that we've got in here. We've also got things like awesome, where are they? These ones here. Brilliant stamps and dies too. You can order 5 of those and get no duplicates, which is brilliant. And the value in those items is amazing. So that's still available today. The other one I want to share with you is our Sarah signature mystery bag too, which is this one just here. Now the brilliant thing about this is you are getting an amazing amount of value within here. I know this is weird, there's not many of these left to go around actually, so if you want this you will be quick. Oh, there's 3. I'm not even going to bother showing you what's in there, to be honest, because you're getting over £100 worth or $130 worth of value, and the next 3 people that check out their baskets will be able to get their hands on that one just there. So please be quick for that if you want it. Let's go for the die cutting one next. Now this is a brilliant bag of goodies. Again, over £100, almost £130 worth of value in here. You're going to get things like the amazing, some amazing box dies. You've got some brilliant Sharon Callis stamps and dies, creator cards. We've got pop outs. arches, all flower dies in here, and even some pop-out centres there as well. It was very, very busy last night. There is a little bit of the stock remaining. If you want to grab that, please be our guest, but please be quick if you'd like to get a hold of it. And a brilliant stamping mystery bag for you too. Not so mysterious when I'm here because I end up showing you what's in these, but massive stamp sets, 8x8 stamp sets. You've got stamps and dies, accessories in here, beautiful borders. What's this one? Oh, an amazing sort of creative card style with a stamp, something from Masquerade and something from Masquerade in there as well. You'd be looking at £102 or $126 if you wanted to get that all together. So make sure you grab your hands on that one, get your hands on that one, or grab yours. Now, if you want to get in touch with us, you can do so in all the usual ways. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. You're a very chatty bunch this morning, which is pleasing. Nora's here. I can see Shelley, Carletta, Caroline, Patty. Who else we got here? Patty's very excited for the Sanntangle item. Kimberly says, good morning, fellow crafters, from a slowly awakening North Carolina. And the lovely Thea's in from the Netherlands saying hoi hoi as well. If you want to get in touch, you know the drill. Details are here along the bottom of your screen. I'm going to throw over to the beautiful Debby Robinson. She's looking very floral, and that's handy because she's got floral apertures for us.
It's almost like I planned it sometimes with the outfit. It's a bit like it with the gnomes yesterday. But yes, we've got a fantastic collection in our Creator Card Masterclass later on today. Hello there, young man.
I'm going to come and join you.
Hello.
This is cosy, isn't it?
It is very cosy. But aren't these beautiful? These are what Corinne launched a couple of weeks back. I think I might have got them upside down. Have I got them upside down?
Oh, I don't know.
Back to front, upside down. Do you know what I love about these? Not only do they create a beautiful aperture, there's
You know what that gives you?
great opportunity.
Opportunity. Oh yeah. I'm in one of those moods today. Sorry.
I can tell. I'm going to have to contain you today.
You are.
I'm gonna
You
have to
really
contain you. And it's not even your fake Friday either.
It's because it's real Friday.
What we've got here is a great set of apertures that create different features. So what you've got with these is that you've got a set of dies that are split. So I'll talk about these two first. You've got this beautiful curved, floral part, and then a more of a plainer side, this side, and then all these accessories. But what that means is that you can use this one to create a full circle, or this one to create a full circle, or put both together to create this. So can you see the difference there? That's three different styles of apertures. So straight away thinking about cutting into the front of your cards that you can create. And then you've got that lovely floral feature, which especially you can see down on that bottom one, just looks absolutely beautiful. So that's your spring blooms, Joe.
Lovely.
Then we've got a different, I love this one. I feel really quite wedding-y, anniversary kind of things with this one. Beautiful floral arch. So again, it's the same concept where you've got the dice split into two parts to give you more opportunity. Yay! More opportunity there to create these beautiful seats. And look, you can see how all three work. And then you've got the accessories as well to be able to add some dimensions.
And all three ways of using them are beautiful, aren't they?
Oh, they are, yeah, absolutely.
It's not like, we've given you a die and you can use it in this other way, but maybe you won't. They're three gorgeous ways of using them.
Yeah, and especially when you look at the price on the screen, right, for all of these dies, that's $47.99 or $61.95. But look at the platinum price further down.
Yes, please.
That is amazing. Under £40 or $50, you can get a full set of dies that's going to offer you a multitude of ways to be able to get crafty with them, and that's what I love. This is the Floral Delight, so you've got that beautiful Floral Delights, gorgeous kind of, what shape would you call that?
A hexagon.
Thank you, that's the one. But isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful.
What I love is how different it looks as well.
Yeah,
using it here and using it here,
exactly.
Completely different look.
Exactly. So that's the Floral Delights. Then we've got the Nouveau Roses.
Ooh.
Love this one. Absolutely beautiful. And again, creating, if you think that this is just one way that you can use it, then two ways, then three ways that you can use it to create the apertures into your boxes, your cards, different styles of folds. You can see just how much potential these dies are going to give you.
I mean, you're getting 6 sets here, but you're getting 18 different uses, which is awesome.
And this is the Butterfly Heart. Absolutely adore this one. And again, the opportunity there is amazing, and a lovely design. Still some florals in there as well. Just absolutely fabulous. And then lastly, the opulent dragonflies, which look incredible. Look how that looks when you use both together. It is stunning. And
really
I just
gorgeous.
think these are a fabulous set of dies to get really quite creative with.
They are. And if you want to get your hands on $47.99, $61.95, you've got a saving. It's the launch offer. And as Debbie pointed out there, under £40 or $50 if you're a platinum member, which makes great value when you see you've got 18 different ways of using them.
Now this is one of Corinne's makes that she made in the launch show. Absolutely stunning, beautiful, delicate, striking feature there, using the extra embellishment as well on to add on to create some depth and dimension. That is a gorgeous card that our lovely Corinne did there. And then of course you could be using them on the inside of your card as well. So look, we've got that one on the inside. Just looks absolutely beautiful.
Oh, love
so
that.
Lots and lots of different ways. I'll just show you a couple more just so you can get the idea. But we will be doing a masterclass on these later on. Not just these though, we've got lots of other deals which I know our Joe is willing and wanting to show you right now.
Absolutely. We've got another deal here then. I love these, Debbie, aren't they gorgeous?
Yeah.
And again, these are kind of along the same vein as the last one. The creator cards are so versatile because the amount of different concepts you can create with them, whether you're cutting them in or cutting them out. But then when we bring you things like this where they're detachable dies, it just takes them to the next level, doesn't it?
And this is what I mean, I've loved creator cards. There's a history behind creator cards and where they first started, where it just used to be one die that created a card instantly. And as they've evolved, as any nation of any die does over the industry, not just here but all over the industry, they evolve our dies, and that's exactly what we do with ours. And our creator cards for me are the absolute quality, top quality and best ways and versatility ways that you can use to get creative with. So you've got that 3-in-1 scene. Use the frame on its own, use the cake on its own, bring them both together, and you've got this beautiful decorative feature. I adore them. I was lucky to launch them in both places where we launch, and I absolutely adore these. The party balloon ones I just think are absolutely fabulous. I think it's called the balloon bouquet.
Balloon bouquet of the house, not Mrs. Bucket.
So the frame, the balloons brought together, and you can create the full scene there.
I really love, because if you're doing as more card, put the two together. If you are doing something quite modern, stylistic, pared back, then you can use just the balloons on their own, and you would never guess that was the same. I mean, when you see it, you can, obviously side by side, but if you create a card with that and then create a card with that, you wouldn't even maybe necessarily think they'd come from the same die. I mean, it gives you a really different look. Very, very clever. This one here is your Elegant Fairy.
She's beautiful.
I mean, she is screaming out for sparkle pens, Debbie.
She's screaming out for light-up boxes, for little centerpieces in your cards. She's screaming out to be used in all sorts of ways, but absolutely beautiful. Look at that. The frame itself is beautiful on its own. Maybe add a dragonfly and have a little bit of a mix and match in there.
Yeah, love that.
But you've got your beautiful fairy, and then of course at the very top where you can use all three together.
Really gorgeous. Then we've got the daisies and dragonflies. This is what you've come dressed as today.
Yes. Hey, do you know what as well? I've done well, you saw me playing last night. You and Becky. When you were busy chatting on the sofa and I were busy prepping at back of you.
Oh, it was this.
Saying,
oh, okay.
I've got
I wonder where we're going there.
I wonder where we're doing.
What
do you like? But absolutely love this one. That lovely daisy feature just on its own is absolutely gorgeous. And then the dragonflies on their own, and I'm thinking Sandra. Is what I'm thinking here. And then again, brought together using the two dies, because it's only two dies they come in, but look at the possibilities, three different ways straight away.
So many opportunities. Butterfly, you can't have too many butterflies,
you can't
can you?
Have too many
if you went for the vintage butterflies, I think these would play beautifully with that collection.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And then
just
the
gorgeous.
ability, take the two out on their own, use them separately, I think is brilliant. And also remember, you've got that ability to lift up those wings there as well, which really just adds texture, and texture adds more interest, doesn't it, to your project.
Indeed.
And then you've also got the floral peacock too. I think if you've got the chinoiserie collection, the peacock collection, you're going to love this, but you're going to be able to use it on its own. With a bit of our masquerade paper behind there, would just look very simple, very elegant, with maybe a little bit of ink. Brilliant deal on these. You're saving over £20, almost $24, $65.24, $76.60 if you are a platinum member. And you want to get your hands on these ones. I've got a few samples here.
Have you pinched them?
I have indeed.
Thank you.
I'll pass those to you.
Yeah, so the thing is that the versatility is that you can just use the frames on its own. So this one's just using a frame with a sentiment die and some of our nesting dies. This one here has been used bringing all just the dragonflies on their own. So again, the different opportunities. And the dragonflies and the butterflies, you actually get that liftable factor with the wings. Use the peacock on its own. What about, so let me have a little peek if I can find one. Oh, I love the paper piecing one. That's a really fabulous one. Oh, look how gorgeous that one is with the balloons.
Oh, yes,
so
please.
That's just using the balloons on their own. So I'm trying
Could
to
you
find...
cut that into something like Yupo paper?
Oh,
Did the guys
absolutely.
cut U-paper? Imagine doing a lovely alcohol ink background on U-paper paper and then cutting that in there.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
what about the gilding flakes?
Oh, yes, please.
Gilding
Ding
flakes as
dong.
well, yeah, absolutely. So lots of striking ways. What I'm going to do, obviously, is we've got lots more samples to show you later on in the masterclass. And we'll show you some varieties and how you can use them separately, singularly, separate, single, mingle together.
Separate, single,
Separate,
mingle.
single,
Sounds like a speed dating event, doesn't it? A separate. Oh, what are you off to? Just off to a separate, single, mingle. Back in a minute.
Use them all together. So I'll get some more samples out later on to show you the kind of things that you can do with these. They're fabulous, so versatile, and that's why I absolutely adore our great concept of the creator cards.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant value there. Make sure you're snapping those up all under the Shop the Day button over on the website. We're going to move on to these big scene creator cards. These really are sort of, they're back to what creator cards are all about, really,
Yes,
aren't they?
absolutely.
They are.
It's where the story of creator cards started. Obviously, these aren't just the beginning, because we've had lots and lots over the years. They come in two pieces. You get an outside frame and an inside decorative panel, which means you can cut out your delicate feature, or you can simply use it by taking outside the frame and creating your own card. Hence the title, Creator Card.
Really cool. You got the butterfly love there.
I love
then
this one.
we've also got. I always do that.
I always do it the wrong way around.
This one here, which is the
simply stunning.
Church Blessings,
Yep.
is what you're looking at there. You could make that quite summery, I'm thinking, but you could also make that really quite wintry.
I made a wintry
Even
one, yeah.
maybe turn that into a
Christmassy.
Christmas
Yep,
card.
I made a Christmas
Not many
one.
days till Christmas now, you know.
Don't
I think it's about 205, something like that.
You're kidding.
I don't think it's that many. Then we've got this one, the ornate. Oh no, don't forget you. Sorry, come back, Jack. This one here is the Moon and Stars.
Oh, it's so
that
gorgeous.
you've got it.
Yeah.
Really is. I think you could take that almost into a bit of a steampunk angle if you wanted to as well.
You could take
I think
it
it would
to
look really cool.
any kind of make, any kind of scene, hence that title, big scene. But absolutely fabulous. Love that. It's like a silhouette kind of feel, isn't it? What about, again, like just using some simple gilding flakes at the background for it, and then
Beautiful.
adding that in? What about using that as a light-up box for a kiddie's bedroom?
Yes,
Absolutely
beautiful for that as well. This one here is the ornate cross that you've got.
One of my very favourite dies we've ever
Yeah,
done.
I think great for christenings, weddings. Also, you could use it for sympathy cards if you wanted to. I think it'd be great for that too. We've then got Take Flight, which is my favourite in here. I'm thinking new babies, travel scrapbook pages, Debbie.
Yep. Me
Brilliant.
inside that basket one day, I'm going to get in one of those and
Oh, there's
take up and away. It's
There's
one of my
no
dreams.
way I'm going in.
Oh, it's one of my dreams to do that.
I just
Yeah.
don't see myself suspended just in a piece of wicker. I just don't trust it,
It's
Debbie.
a bit of big wicker though.
Oh, well, I mean, it'd have to be big wicker if it's going to get me in it. We've also got the rustic roses here as well, which is absolutely beautiful. Florals are excellent. We're going to need a bigger basket. Florals are great, of course, because they're timeless. They're not on trend, but they are, of course, always going to be able to use. Oh my giddy aunt.
What are you thinking?
I've just seen the price.
What's the price?
$39.49 to get all of those, or $45.99. Now that is a saving of £60 or $70. Platinum members in the UK are going to get another £8 or $9 off of that as well. Platinum members, you're saving like you're getting on for £70 on these when you're paying that $31.59 or $36.79, which is redonkadonk value for money.
It's
it really
amazing
is.
value
I'm going
for
to say
money.
it's my deal of the day, those.
Well, now you've shown me that, because I genuinely sometimes don't look at prices. You know, I'm looking through all my things and doing all my sorting, getting ready for shows and things, and I genuinely don't want to look at it because I want to find out, I want to be surprised on the day, and that is absolutely one of those star buys. I think you're right on
It
that
is,
one.
absolutely,
What are
it
you
is. I'm looking
Joe?
for my gnomes. There they are. Oh no. We launched these yesterday,
Oh
Debbie.
my
Oh my
God.
word, did we have a
Just-
busy day on these. The great thing is, Debbie, I just love how vibrant and uplifting it is, and just
Yeah.
summery, isn't it? It's
Absolutely.
unashamedly summery and fun, which is brilliant. I love that you're getting these card panels in here too, which are great backgrounds for home decor or for your card blanks. They are going to work really, really well. Love that paper pad there, so cute. Really lovely that you've got that sort of vintage retro feel to it, whilst also some modern touches in there. This one, This one is one of my favourites there. I think that's absolutely glorious. You're going to get this in, so you get 6 sheets of the card panels in there, and then you get 30 sheets of your pattern papers, which are brilliant. I love also, I think, so yesterday I believe it was the pad is what's going to be the first to go. The pad and also the caravan. I was very, very busy yesterday. So this is your gnome caravan. I think it is so cool. Really love the illustration through this whole collection. It's really fun, really quite modern. I think if you want to make cards for younger members of the families, this is going to be brilliant. That one there is your gnome swing. You've also got your gnome accessories. Then you've got, there's Gnome One Like You, which are all of your different sentiments. Home Sweet Gnome, Wish You Were Here, lots of them in there to work perfectly with the collection. You've got Gnome Girl, which is this one here. Love this as well, because what you've got is stamps and dies to be able to cut these out, but then also stencils on top of that, so you can really start to add texture and sort of extra embellishment to the outfits. And I love all the little embellishments you've got as well. So the watering can, you've got toasted marshmallows, the hamburger there, yes please. The same here with your gnome boy as well. He's got a fishing rod. Oh gosh, less said about the fishing rod after yesterday the better, I think. Debbie, don't you? We've also got a guitar there. He's got his little spatula, his shovel, his barbecue, and then also the embossing folder. Now the embossing folder is great because you get the embossing folder and the 2 stencils that go with that, which is brilliant. So you're going to be able to really start to get lots of dimension. $66.99 or $82.85 is your price there on those. Lots of you saying hello still this morning as well. Lillian saying hi everyone. I see the cameras are working today. They are. We are back in action after a few. We thought it was we think the gnomes got in the system last night. That's what happened. Yeah. Christine saying good morning everyone, as is Dawn. Patty saying Sanntangle in the house. Yay. Shelley says woohoo for Sanntangle Day. And Val is here saying hi Joe and Debbie and Becky and Sandra and all those I've missed out. Busy days. Hope there are no gremlins today. Val in Southampton. Let's manifest no gremlins today. That's what we do. Right, any questions you've got, get them over to me. But I believe Debbie's going to treat us to a demonstration on these gorgeous gnomes.
Oh, well, I had a little word with our lovely producer who's in charge of the Good Ship Gallery today, because these are just some of the cutest things that we've done in such a long time. And literally like an add-on addition as well, if you did manage to get hold of that cartload deal with the previous gnome collection, lots of elements in that collection are going to work with this one. So if you missed out on that opportunity, go back and have a little look. It'll still be available on the website, where there was a cracking price on the older collection, which will marry up and tie in perfectly with this one, and offer you lots more. You can have like a family of gnomes then. But this one, if it's a standalone, something that you want to just get, I love the cuteness, the quirkiness, the fun, everything about this one, and that interchangeable factor with their little hands that have different things that they're holding to be able to add to them, to give them more different ways and variations that you can use them. So I'm going to show you a few of the samples. Some of these are what I made yesterday as well, which are just absolutely glorious. I mean, look really at that embossing folder with the stencils, the papers in there, the lovely cute man and woman gnome.
What were they called? Dave and Deirdre?
Dave and Deirdre, yes.
Yeah.
And look, Dave is holding his fishing rod in the right place this time.
Oh yeah, I see you've lifted it up a bit today. You've moved that, have you?
No, that was somebody else's. That's somebody else's from the design team. Yes, Lisa said the better.
Do take notice of the correct placement of the fishing rod.
I have taken notice of the correct placement of that rod. Absolutely, I have. But again, just absolutely such good fun. I mean, look at this. Do you know, especially masculine cards and things like that. This is going to be one of those that I think you're going to be able to use. Again, look how beautiful some of these are. They're just such good fun. And the fun factor is that interchangeable thing where you can, I mean, look at them with the sunglasses on. How cute are they? Absolutely beautiful. I absolutely adore them. They are fantastic. They really are.
I just want to let everyone know, Debbie, the new launch of the Dragonflies with Sanntangle.
Yes.
It's 75% gone already. You haven't seen it, but it is going very quickly. If you've got it in your basket and you want it, please check it out. I actually don't think it's going to make it to Sandra's section of the show today. It's going that fast with a lot of the other items that are coming up as well. So if you do want the new items from Sandra, you may have to shop now, is all I'll say. Sorry, Debbie, back to you.
No, it's all right. I'm, this is, we're a public service announcement.
Have you got your order in?
No.
Oh, Debbie.
Because I thought, oh, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine to be able to do it when I have my little bit of a break. Now, I don't think I'm going to get that. And I'm worried that poor Sandra's not going to be able to demonstrate with them because if they're going that fast. But yeah, it's, you know, it's great to have her here. We love having Sandra here, and she's got a lovely, I call it Leslie's here today, or we call her Elf Leslie, but it's just lovely to have her here in the building. It really is. And some of the things that she's got, just wait till you see them, they're absolutely amazing. Right, so I'm going to start with the collections, the gnome collection. And I'm going to show you these stamps, like Joe's just shown you those boards. I'm not going to stamp out the images, I've already pre-stamped mine, but we'll do a spot of colouring and then pop in the scenes together. But I love all that detail that you've got on there. This is just the gnome girl, where we keep her body quite simple for you. So you can colour in, you can do the bit of paper piecing that I showed you yesterday as well. You can go back and watch that launch show where we did 2 hours of a dedicated slot with it. Lots of fun was had on that show, let me tell you. She's got wings on there. She's even got a little pair of sunglasses that you can add to a little ribbon that you can pop into, or either make her hair stand out, like give her a decoupage layer, or perhaps put a little additional factor on there, or put a little sunflower on there. Got this beautiful plant pot, the lovely fireplace. The interchangeable bits are here with the hands, so she can hold a watering can. She can hold a beef burger or a cheeseburger. She can hold a little marshmallow stick there. There's nothing to stop you from interchanging it with the lovely Dave. We'll call him Dave because we've got Dave and Deirdre. So there's things on there that you can literally, if you want to give Deirdre straight glasses, you can do a little bit of a switch swatch. So it's entirely up to you. The same with if you think that she's a fisher. She could be a fisherwoman.
Fisherwoman?
Why not? She
A fishwife?
She could be Debbie. Becky, I love that. Debbie Fisher. That's a good one. I like that one. Yeah, absolutely. But you can interchange it. Great little bit there, Becky. A great little bit. But I love this. This is that fun element of it, and to why you can do that. So I've just stamped both of my gnome girl and gnome boy out. The lovely thing as well is that both of them have a stencil that go with them, so you can colour them in. You can do that bit of paper piecing that I showed you, and then you can additionally add on some extra little detail with the dotted design, the lovely, and this was more like a floral leafy kind of design, and then that lovely stripe. If I just pop that there, you can see it a little bit clearer. And the same with the, oops, I didn't clean my stencil, whoops. Dotty stripes and anchors for him, which I absolutely love that one. So there's some really nice fun factors with this. So I've stamped both of my images out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a little bit of scrap paper underneath. We'll do a spot of colouring. Let me make sure I've got my right colours out. Oh, I know which one I forgot, my fair skin. Let's get this out. So we're going to start to do a spot of colouring. Now, we talked about this yesterday where we could use alcohol markers, we could use pencils, we could use, what else could we use, Joe, with colouring mediums? Let's have a think.
Pencils, I mean, even things like the, I'd love to see even things like those, you know, the special metallic markers that we do?
Yes.
We had them on yesterday, like the outlines and the flip markers. Wouldn't they look great coloured in with those, especially the outfits, I'm thinking. Carol Ann says, I didn't see the gnome rod incident yesterday, but going by Debbie's comments just made, it's not difficult to guess what it was all about. What we'd say is Swedish Sven the fisherman that we created yesterday, and all the gnomes you create using the fishing rod, the placement of the rod is very important. Go higher rather than lower is all I'll say. Nora says the garden gnomes are so cute. Amanda says, please tell Debbie her dress is lovely.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's very, very summery today,
thank you.
Debbie. And Adriana says, great Friday morning, long week, a few long days at work, but I made it to Friday. Oh,
Yay.
yeah, it's Friday. It's the weekend when the real me comes alive, Debbie. So I'm glad we got here.
Now I'm using the dull green blend for my gentleman, my little Dave. I do love the Dave and Deirdre tag. I think I love the Sven tag. I thought that was a good one. My little Swedish one.
Your little Swedish fisherman. He was off catching some herring, wasn't he?
He was indeed. He was indeed. He was off catching quite a few things yesterday. But yeah, it's just a fun collection. It really, really is.
Catching flights, not feelings, was asked Sven, wasn't he? Oh, I'm in a funny mood today, Debbie. Good luck. Silvis has ordered all the Sanntangle stuff yesterday. Aunt Penny says good morning from Maine. Last week it was 93 degrees, and this week we're going to have frost. What is going on, Debbie? I know.
That's the strangest thing, isn't it?
It is indeed. Wendy's got their Sanntangle order in first thing this morning as well. Shadia's here saying hi, Prince Joe, and Debbie and Sandra and Becky and all the crew. Diane saying good morning, crafty people. Denise is here as well. It's a very, very busy Friday morning here on Crafters TV. It feels like there's loads going on today, Debbie, doesn't it? Absolutely loads. It's a jam-packed day for everyone. This show coming up, remember, with Sprinkler Sanntangle at the end. And then Sanntangle will be with us all day during our latest Softside live show, 2 p.m. here in the UK with myself and Becky. It's 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast. And when we'll be back to close out the day in style with an amazing masterclass, myself and Debbie, 6 p.m., 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast. Jam-packed.
It is indeed, and like I said, I'm just. I wonder if Sandra will make the 3 shows. I wonder if she'll do a Keith this week. We had a bit of a theme going off this week, so I wonder if she'll be here for that 3 shows.
Sell out city, isn't it, this week?
Absolutely. Well, we knew when we saw the gorgeous new items that she was bringing us. They're just amazing. Everything that Sandra does is amazing. As you know, I'm a big fan. Not only is she a lovely friend of mine, but just a huge fan of her work. And it's been my chosen craft this year that I've done for myself, which I've really been enjoying. I did my first card with it the other day with my dad's, so might have to share you that picture later on, because I love her beautiful work. It's just absolutely glorious. It really, really is. Now let me just go in. Let me see if I can find me brown. I mean, this is the fun thing. You're just going to mix it all up, and it's all about. That's the lovely thing about this. You can chop and change it. You're never going to have 2 cards the same. Trying to find me brown. What have I done with it? Do you know? I thought I'll bring my own pens. I'll be organised today. I'll bring my own pens for a change. And then I can't find them. Dear me. So let's just bring all of these other colours in. And again, you can have a little play around with them. And they're a nice colouring, a nice colouring space. They're not too big, they're not too small. I think they're just right for your colouring mediums.
They're the Goldilocks, aren't they, of colouring these?
The whaty?
Goldilocks of colouring. Not too big, not too small, just perfect.
They're just right. The little gold. Is it little Goldilocks? Not little Goldilocks. Little bear. Little bear. 3 bears. Little bear. Little
Yeah,
bear.
Goldilocks and the 3 bears, isn't it?
Mummy bear.
Daddy bear and baby bear.
Baby bear.
Yeah.
Baby bear.
Baby bear do 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 do. Baby bear. Baby bear do 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 do. Baby bear. It's been so long since I've sung it. I don't even know what the tune is now.
I never forget that tune, because the kids are still over. It's still a big thing. It is. Quite annoying, actually.
What, is Baby Shark still a thing?
Oh gosh, yes. Yes, it's still a thing, Joe. It is still a thing. It is in my daughter's house anyway. It is. Sorry, I'm going to have to stop. Don't worry about that.
All
the time. I start colouring and then I forget.
You fully immerse yourself in that colouring. Joanne Stevenson says, so happy to have my Sanntangle order in, as I'm totally obsessed with my board arriving today. I am in Sanntangle heaven.
That's the thing,
yes,
yeah.
Very, very busy. Lots of new stuff today as well. Stuff that you haven't even seen anywhere else, which is always very, very exciting. Sandra can't wait to take you through all of those items. I should also say as well, as we had a few pesky gremlins in the system last night, we've kept all of the cartload deals live for you. So if you weren't able to join us yesterday, don't worry, we're going to keep those deals live. I believe we're going to keep them live for the weekend, actually, so you're going to have a weekend to be able to grab them. And since we didn't get to do the full 3 hours last night, we'll be peppering a few of those awesome deals in over the coming days, so you'll have something to snap up. So lots of bargain deals will be had. You can go back to the show over on the website and see everything if you missed out on any of that stuff. Also remember as well, if you're going for the gnomes today, you've got the full launch day yesterday available for you too, because remember you can watch all of our shows back whenever you like over on our website, which is excellent. So if you're going for them now, make sure you go back to the show yesterday. Myself and Debbie, we had 2 full hours concentrating solely on these, so you've got lots of demos. I think it was 4 or 5 demos in there that you're going to be able to go back and have a look at, which is excellent, so don't miss out on that as well. Very, very busy on the gnomes again today, as it was yesterday. They are just so cute. I would say yesterday as well, Debbie, they're For a lot of people, they will have nothing like this in their stash.
Yeah.
You know, they're so unique, aren't they?
They are, yeah, and still on trend as well. You look around all the other, you know, all in the craft industry, gnomes are still quite a, you know, a big thing in the crafting world because I mean they've been around for years anyway, haven't they? But just they've got a fun factor to them, and I absolutely love these. These are super cute and so easy to work with as well. Really, really easy to work with, and I know that you will enjoy them just as much as I've enjoyed them over the last couple of days. I know that some of the other craft experts that are coming up have had an opportunity to play with them. They'll be bringing you their take on them. If we've still got the full bundle left, there's lots of lovely things, you know, with them. Don't forget we'll have that dedicated 2-hour craft along as well with them later on.
We'll let you know as soon as that's scheduled.
We will, yeah, absolutely. So, you know, we've got all of those things available for you. But again, I mean, starting to build it up, you can see. And then, of course, I can then bring in, if I want to, some of the elements here. So I could bring in, I've got the wrong one, that's the girl one, Debbie. I'm thinking, why does that not fit over there? That's because it's not the right one. But there you go, you've got your little stencil that you can then use if you want to pop on there to add to it as well. And you've got different variations. So there's a dotty one, there's that stripy one, and then there's that lovely anchor one. But I'm going to keep him. Plain. And then
He looks like a wizard, doesn't he?
He does.
You're a wizard, Dave.
He does. And then you've got the lovely dies. You don't have to do any fussy cutting. Simply put your die over there, then run that through your machine. And when you've got them out, so I've got my little, in fact, let me just pop those there for a second, because I have got mine already pre-done, pre-cut, and I'll show you my girl and my boy. So that's my little boy one. That's my little girl one. Look how gorgeous they are. Getting a little bit of a matching theme going off there. I've actually done one of the watering cans. And I've done a bunch of the flowers. The bunch of flowers, he's got his little hand round there. So again, it could be him.
Her name's Deirdre, isn't it? Dave and Deirdre.
Dave and Deirdre. So Dave could be holding them. Deirdre could be holding them. It's entirely up to you how you interchange those. But I'm going to save that for later on because I'm going to bring in my other element as well. Well, I say my other element. I stamped out one of my favourite elements is this gorgeous, beautiful, I called it the Caravan of Love, didn't I? It is. It's the gorgeous garden gnome, which is beautiful. And again, colouring it in, and I coloured that yesterday while I was on show, so I thought I'd use it today. And then I've got a There's No Place Like Gnome. So we'll start to put all of this together. This is about building your scene up. Of course, you've got that beautiful floral, how am I going to say then? That beautiful background with the embossing folder. But what we're going to do is, I'm going to use some of the papers, and I've cut myself a piece of cardstock using our multi-purpose cardstock, and I've cut this piece to 10.5 inches by 5 inches and scored it at 3.5 to give me this little flap here. I've cupped myself using our textured cardstock with that paper pad, which is absolutely beautiful, so colourful and delightful, it really is. So I'm going to make a little bit of a flip book card with this one. So I'm going to pop this first panel in here. Let's pop that on.
That paper's just stunning, isn't it?
It's absolutely beautiful.
Definitely got a bit of a retro vintage vibe to it, this one.
Yeah, it's bright, it's colourful, it's in keeping with the theme of the summer, you know, that summer vibes with the summer gnomes there. And again, I'm just going to put my panel onto the front, like so. So that's my first part done. Then I've taken another piece of multi-purpose cardstock, but made myself a little bit of a flip book, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to sandwich it in, so it's going to flip open this way and open that way. So this piece of cardstock measures in at, well, it's an A4 sheet, so I've not cut it down, but I've cut it down to 3.5 and then just scored it in half. So it's actually a full sheet of A4, snipped down to 3.5 and then folded in half.
Brilliant.
And then I'm just going to put on I'm going to put one on the inside panel and one on the outside panel. Just make sure I've got that the right way around. Yes, you have. So pop this on. So this is just popping my card base together. Lots of different styles of cards. We covered quite a few yesterday. But yeah, just glorious to have a play with it and get creative with it as well. I wonder who'll have the craft along. Do you know, you hope and you wish that you get a craft along? This is one that you're open and wishing, I open and wishing I'm getting this one.
Have you put your request in, Debbie?
Well, I could put my request in, but I don't know how it would fall with Kelly and Brent, so I'd have to check with them. I'll have to see, I might butter up with a couple of coffees and, yeah, that might work, Becky. What do you think?
I think it'll be
might work. I tried this morning when she was dishing out all the new stuff. There's some beautiful stuff coming up, let me just tell you. and Christmases are coming, and the world of craft, Christmases are coming. So what I'm going to do is just pop this on the front like so. So I'm going to put that base in there, and then I'm just going to build up my little scene then by adding those elements that I've made. So
it's not Debby Robinson that has a craft along. I'm
Did you
sorry
say it's
to tell
not?
you. It's not you, no. When is it? Do you know, Erin? The 30th of June. It's not me either. I'm on
holiday. It's my own
holiday.
fault for having an holiday at end of June. It's my own fault. I shouldn't have had a
Craig
holiday.
is presenting with Debbie Fisher. John's saying, "Are you really going on holiday again?" Is what John is saying.
Is that what he's saying?
Like, no,
Oh, to you, to you.
He's like, not another one. That's what he's saying today in the studio. Yeah. Where am I? I'm going to France and to Glastonbury, John.
He's always on holiday, isn't he, John? Always on holiday. It's
Oh,
never
no,
really-
I haven't got a patch on Ben. He
Well, no,
he has
Ben.
more
I
holidays
think
than I do.
Ben took the what's that word? Took the proverb.
Just say it as it is, Debbie. Why don't you? Are you watching Ben? Wowzers, trousers.
Oh, sometimes I just don't think before I open that mouth of mine. Now I've got to add on. Oh, shall I add them both on? I might put them on. Shall I put them on inside? Shall we have her there? Let's have my little gnome there. Let's pop her on. And then I'm going to pop him on the inside.
Dawn says, so glad I got this set, going to bring it in camper when go on vacation with the grandkids for a nighttime rainy day backup activity. They will love it. I think that's a really great idea.
It is a great idea, yeah, that's a really good idea. So let's put a watering can down there. And like I said, I mean, you can really start to build up these scenes and tell your own little stories. So I'm going to pop that there so you can see it's got this folding like book element. Open it up. And there you go. You've got your beautiful scenery there. But like I said, it's a lot of fun, this collection. I don't think any style of card you're going to fail to wow, fail to impress, and fail to give that really cutesy factor with this collection. It's absolutely fabulous.
It really
and I
is
love
gorgeous.
it. Joe, I absolutely love it.
And so busy still, Debbie, as it was yesterday. You'll find it under the Shop the Day button over on the website. Remember, full collection. If you want to be able to get the full collection, though, you want it to be quick. The paper pad and the caravan going very quickly. $66.99 or $82.85, and we're giving you a cheeky little saving as well, even though it's just the launch. It's very busy over on the website. I need to let you know the dragonflies with Sanntangle are limited stock. If they're in your basket, in fact, if you've got any of the Sanntangle items in your basket, I would absolutely be checking them out ASAP. In fact, let's give you an opportunity to do that. And whilst you do, here is all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Hello, welcome back. Very, very busy over on the... Hello to you as well. Very busy over there. Lots of you checking out on the Sanntangle items and everything else that we've got. Now we're going to look ahead to Soft Cider Life.
Yep.
Our destination. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Thank you.
That's why I'm here.
Which will be coming up at 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. If you're on the East Coast, of course, and 6 a.m. if you are over on the West Coast, which is amazing. And we're going to look firstly at this. I've never seen a soft craft Lucky Dip.
Have you not?
No.
No.
Have you?
Yeah, we have had them before.
Oh,
yeah.
It's the first time I've seen them.
Yeah, we have had them before. Definitely worth doing.
Yes, indeedy.
Yep.
So we can go for, is it a normal 5 of these we can go for before we have any duplicates? Ooh.
There's no limits.
There's no limit. The sky is the limit, it would seem, with this. And the brilliant thing is with these, £2, $2, pop them into your basket. For everyone you pop in your basket, you'll get an item. I've got one item to give you an idea of what that item could be.
Yeah, so I think that's a fat quarter, so you're probably looking at, sort of £4 or £5 worth of items you're getting for £2. So
let's take it out of the bag.
So it could be anything. It could be any fabric. It could be, threads, all sorts of different things. Actually, that looks like half a metre. Yeah, so that even better.
Hello. Ding dong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, amazing.
So it could be anything that you're getting in here. Worth doing for £2. You're definitely going to get value for your money, but it's going to be a surprise for everybody.
It absolutely is. And get several of those in your basket. The next one we're going to look at is the...
Build a block of the week.
Absolutely it is. We have one every single week, which is brilliant. And this week, arrows. So what might we want to do with this one then, Becky?
So this is one of the builder blocks that we've done with designers, with quilting designers. So this one is with Karen Lewis. So this is the geometric arrows. So you've got the details in here, the instructions to make these 3 separate little projects. And if you turn onto the back, you'll see that these are the dies that you're going to be getting down here. So these are dies that you can be able to pop through your Gemini, so you'll be able to cut multiple layers of fabric as you normally can with a builder block. But these are shapes that you wouldn't necessarily get with your builder block, and to enable you to make these sort of really beautiful designs. So we've got some finished samples that we'll show you later on today. But you can make obviously blocks, and then you can develop your own sort of quilt. But we've given you specific instructions to make these 3 different projects in here as well. Yeah, that's really good, isn't it?
Really
I might try and find that out, and you can wear it later.
Brilliant. I look forward to that. I can't wait. I love a pin of foil.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to get the
Build a block of the week.
26.24, 29.96. Platinum price 20.99 or 23.97. I'm gonna have to go down there and have a rummage. Here we go. We're gonna look at this, our fabric of the week. I know we've had this on before. It's always so popular, which is why we've brought it back. It is your So Boho that we are talking about. Isn't it beautiful?
And it is such a sort of lively, now that we're coming into the summer, and we're definitely coming into the summer. I know somebody messaged in and said it was sort of frosty where they are, but actually I think we're way into the summer. These are beautiful sort of summer colours. I think this is the, these kind of blacks and pink colours, they remind me of the 5th of the Day of the Dead.
Yes, I was, you know what, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was literally about to say
but mixing those with your plain colours, you know, you've got lots of different colours in there, so it's going to be very, very easy to mix them with those plain colours as well.
So that one there is that is the So Boho, is what that one's called. Then we move into the next one. You've got the Aqua there, which is brilliant. These are all $4.79 or $5.99. Remember as well that we will cut these in larger pieces for you if you're ordering multiples, which is really important.
This is my favourite one. This is the Fab Florals, Fab
Florals. Yeah. I thought you said. It always comes out as Flab Florals when I try and say it. I don't know why. It's not. They're Fab, not Flab. Then you've got this one here. This is your Aqua Ferns, or your Aqua Ferns, as my producer Erin says. Then you've got your Cerise Ditsy Dot there as well, and your Marigold Ditsy Dots,
which we all think looks a bit like the covering of Terry's Chocolate Orange.
Yeah, and maybe slight Mr. Blobby vibes. But he's different colour, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's more that colour, isn't he?
He's more pink, I think, yeah.
I'd imagine Erin, our producer, and most of you at home have got not a clue who Mr. Blobby is. Go Google it after the show. Gives Charlotte nightmares, it really does. She doesn't like him at all. He was a bit aggressive, wasn't he?
He was. He used to sort of knock people over, didn't he? He wasn't a very nice man.
Let's go down here. I've got some more bits for you. In fact, you can almost see my fat quarter there. Sorry, let me pull that down. You could. This is your 6-piece fat quarter bundle. So you're looking at exactly the same as we've seen. Why might fat quarters be a really good size to go for?
If you don't want to sort of spend huge amounts of money on fabric and you want to just get a little bit of everything, these are really great. There's lots and lots of projects that you can do with fat quarters that use up all of that fabric in there. And I just think it's a really good option if you're not too sure about what you want to make. And fat quarter is a fairly big size piece of fabric. I mean,
Is it a quarter of the size of a half metre?
Yes.
Okay.
So the definition of it is based on American measurements, so it's to do with yards. But basically, we work on a metre and we cut it into a quarter. So that is the size of a fat quarter here.
Okay, cool.
So it's quite a significant piece of fabric. So you can certainly make little bags and that kind of thing with it, or make a nice quilt using those fat quarter packs.
And I guess the brilliant thing about it is if you are new to sewing and the cutting of fabric maybe is not something you're that comfortable with, fat quarters are brilliant, but also strip rolls. Again, so many projects out there, aren't there, that you can do with strip rolls.
Yeah, and even a very, very simple cushion cover, just sewing those strips together will look really fantastic. Really brightly coloured. You can add a few sort of, we've got some strip rolls in solid colours as well. You could mix and match with some of those to make that go a little bit further. Or you can use those for the kind of binding to the edges of your cushions or your quilts as well.
The strips, are they a metre in length?
No, there will be the width of the fabric, so about 110 centimetres.
Okay, and you get 18 of them in there, so they are really good value. $14.39 and $14.36 if you want to get those. Not very often we see it less expensive in the US than in the UK, so snap those up. And then finally, we also have this, the half-metre bundle. So basically one of everything we've just shown you. So if you're picking and choosing, going for multiples of some of them, then the individual is going to be the way to go. If you want to get just a sort of selection pack, a taster pack, lovely to have all of them, isn't it?
They are, and they go together so well. You know, I'm going to be using these on the projects later on today. These kind of colours, they all work really, really well together. And I do particularly like those ditzy dots because, you know, normally you'd have a black colour on those ditzy dots. Having the sort of dark orange and the aqua in those little dots really makes it look quite spectacular.
Yeah, really, really gorgeous. Do snap those up. Brilliant value, as you always expect from threaders. $28.79, $28.76 if you want to get your hands on those. You're saving a fifth there as well, which is excellent. We must come and talk about these though, because these are of course our brand new launch. Now they are on a delayed dispatch, so they will be dispatched on the 27th of May along with anything else in your order, but they are brilliant. You have got the acrylic template collection with 13 different elements in this particular collection. The great thing is that you've got 3 projects there. Of course you're going to be able to do more than 3 projects with these, but you've got the instructions for 3 projects. That's 9 projects for $51.99. Now that's brilliant value. That's about what, less than £5 per project, which I think is brilliant. And the templates are wonderful because you're going to be able to use them time and time and time again, which is excellent. Lots of you still chatting away. A lot of you letting me know what you're going for as well. Jeffrey saying hi. Dawn says, so glad I got this gnome set. Going to bring it in the oh, I just read that one, didn't I? Do excuse me. Christine's got her Sanntangle items as well. Talking of Sanntangle, the dragonflies have sold out. Congratulations if you got your hands on them. Surely that's got to be a record, isn't it? It's sold out. You haven't even seen it. You don't even see a picture of it, and it has totally gone. The hearts that were bundled with the dragonflies, oh, those have also gone now as well. Oh dear. Right, let's get over to Becky then, because I know she's got lots that she'd like to share with us. And then we're together for 2 whole hours later as well. I'm very much looking forward to that. Let's see how much havoc we can cause this week after last week.
We always like to cause a little bit of havoc, don't we?
We do.
Can you say a little bit of havoc, or is it just lots of it's just havoc? Havoc is total devastation, isn't it?
Is it?
Can't be a little bit of devastation.
We're not havoc then, just mischief. Let's go with mischief.
Yeah, a little bit cheeky. So we've got these are our sort of brand new launch here today. So these are have been created by Lynn Goldsworthy, who's a renowned quilter. And these are acrylic templates. So these are not for use with your Gemini. So these are great if you don't have a Gemini and you like the precision of cutting with a rotary cutter. And as we have with the other builder block that we showed you earlier today, we've got 3 different projects in each one of these. So this one is a hunter's star, and you'll be able to follow the instructions to be able to make a machine cover. Then down here we've got a block holder, and we've got a quilt as well. And then the next one over here is the, which one is this? This kaleidoscope star. So this is there's a little cushion in here, again another quilt and a wall hanging, and you're going to be having all the directions to make those as well. And then the final one is the Wheel of Mystery. Again, a cushion, a wall hanging, or a sort of a table runner, and also a quilt as well. So I'll show you what you'll get inside them. You're going to be getting these sort of acrylic little templates. So I'll just move this over here.
Sandra said, "Oh, Becky, you've got an ouchie on your little finger. Are you okay?"
I have.
What have you done?
I bent my nail back.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Did it come away from the nail bed?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I did it last week on the way to do another show. So I've just taped it up, and I don't want to look at it, but it does hurt. So yeah, nasty.
How did you do it?
I got a bit flustered filling up the car with fuel. So I was driving a different car to the one I normally do, and there were a load of builders, and they were silly women parked her car in the wrong place, and I got a bit flustered, and I ended up sort of hitting my. Yeah. So I blame the builders.
Sending you lots of love.
Thank you. So this is what your little templates will look like. So you've got here, if I take this one off, they're all sort of stuck on this piece of acetate. On all of them, we have noted what collection they're from. So it will say here, Hunter Star templates. So if you did decide you were going to buy the full set with everything in there, and you're a bit concerned you're going to get them muddled up, don't worry, we have marked them on there. And we've listed them out. So some of them have got 5 templates. One of them's got 5 templates, and the others have got 4. And it will note what template shape, what number they actually are. So when you actually open up your pack, and you're going to be following some of the instructions, it's for some of the particular designs that you're going to be using, you might not need to use all of the different shapes. So if I show you, for example, here, so this is the one for the Hunter Star block. If I'm just going to be making the block, I'm going to need shapes A, B, C, and D for this one. But on some of the other ones where we've got 5 shapes, you may only need to use A, B, and D, for example. So you just need to follow the instructions here. Now, we have given you full detailed instructions about how to go about cutting everything. So if I start at the beginning of the little booklet, you'll see here, just as you've seen with other builder blocks that we've done before, we talk about the grain line, and that's cutting your fabric with your fabric nice and straight, where that's particularly important because you get a stretch along the fabric. So if your fabric is running straight up, for example, so there's a piece of fabric here that I can show you, not that one, this one here. So this hasn't got a salvage edge to it. So I don't know which place, whether this is the grain line running up here or it's running this way. So if I give it a bit of a pull, I haven't got a great deal of stretch here, but if I give it a pull here, I've got a lot more of a stretch. Right. Now, if I'm going to be cutting on an angle, and you can see here I've got a huge amount of stretch. Right. So that's why it's really important that you make sure that you cut your piece of fabric with your fabric in the grain line going in the right place. It doesn't matter hugely with these kind of shapes because they're kind of geometric, but if you're using a curve, then that really becomes an issue because you need that stretch around a curve. So we've got all the information down here, and we do recommend that you only cut 2 pieces of fabric together at a time because it just makes everything a little bit easier. But as you go through your little booklet, it will show you how many, if you're going to be following these exact sort of colourways, how many of each shape you need to cut in the different fabrics. And obviously you need to take into account with some of the shapes, you may need to flip the fabric around so it's the pattern's facing up or down if you're going to be using a patterned fabric. We'll give you step-by-step instructions as to how to put everything together. So it shows you how to build that block together. So when you look at the finished piece, so I'm just going to get one of the finished items now so you can have a look at that. So let's get this one. So this is the...
Is that the iron?
Yeah. Don't worry, it's fine.
Okay.
Let's move that out of the way. If you can see this one here, this is the machine cover that we've got. So you can see how that pattern is developed. And actually, when you look at something like this, first of all, you think it's going to be really complicated to put together. But when you follow the instructions, you'll see how you start to build up that design. So I'm going to pick the really big one up. So this is for the same pattern. So this is a huge quilt that we've got here. exactly the same pattern, but you can see how intricate that looks at first glance, and you'll think, goodness me, I'll never be able to put that together. But if you just follow the instructions that we've given you here, you can start building this huge quilt very, very quick and easily. So I'll show you how I've done that so far without knocking the iron on the floor.
Actually, I think havoc. Yeah, let's go back to havoc. I think that was a correct...
So bad, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. So what we're going to do here... now, what I found was really useful is using some of our spray. So we've got a spray and stay here. This is something that we have that you can spray onto the back of your rulers or these particular templates, and they stop them from slipping around. And I found this really, really useful to have, so it's definitely worth popping this into your basket as well today. So if I show you an example, I'm going to cut one of these shapes here. So I'm just going to fold my fabric over in half, so I'm only going to cut 2 pieces, and I'll put my little template on here. So you can see it moves around a little bit. It doesn't sort of stay put. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a bit of a spray, and this will, it's sort of permanent until it wears off, I suppose, for want of a better word. So you may need to reapply it, but you shouldn't need to. I mean, I used this on quite a few of my templates when I was prepping, and I didn't need to reapply it at all.
Which one is that again, sorry?
This is the spray and stay.
Spray and stay.
Spray and stay.
So that's the one that makes it like sticky, but not stick it down sticky, but grippy.
Grippy.
Grippy,
Yeah,
not sticky.
So grippy, not sticky. Yeah, that's exactly right. So if I show you 2 examples, so that's the one that I haven't sprayed anything on, and this is the one I have. So it almost looks like it's almost been sort of sandblasted.
Nice.
There. So you can then see when I pop that onto my fabric, and I try and move it, it doesn't move.
Perfect.
So this is really quite useful if you're going to be cutting with your rotary cutter. So I'm going to place my template here, and I'm going to use my rotary cutter, and I'm just going to cut around the edges. Now, ideally, you'd want to be using a rotating cutting mat. I haven't got one of those here, so I've just got a small cutting mat on the top of a big one. I'm just going to turn that around. So this works just as well. I'm just going to cut around all these little edges. And because these are quite sort of thick acrylic, they're quite deep, so you've not got that sort of worry. Sometimes if you have very thin acrylic templates, you're a bit concerned that your rotary cutter is going to move, but these are quite thick. And you can see how you cut those shapes out, so very, very simple. And because we've taken into account our 1/4 inch seam allowance, we have these little edges that have just been cut off on the corners of this shape.
Brilliant.
So if you can see here, this is where you're going to be sewing, so you're going to have a nice sharp line and sharp points. But you've taken into account that 1/4 inch seam allowance, and so we've effectively just sort of cut off those little dog ears that we would normally cut by hand if we didn't have a template. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I've put together so far. So I've been using the Hunter Star, which is this one here. So I'll get my bits and pieces out, and you can see how I'm putting that together. So I've already cut out my sort of diamond shapes, and I've got those in some of our Ditzy marigold fabric, and then I've got some of our plain fabrics here as well. And I've also cut some more out of our So Boho, or what does Johnny call it? So Boho.
So Boho.
I love it when he.
So Boho. That's our Johnny, isn't it?
I love his accent. I think it's just the best accent. So we've got some of those, and then we've got a couple of these shapes as well, and a couple of these large triangles, and that is going to make 1/4 of that block. So when I sew it all together. So I'm going to follow the instructions that I've got up here. So it wants you to sew right sides together. We want to use the right shapes first of all. So we're going to be using this one here, and I'm going to sew that against the dark pink here. So I'm going to put those together. So we're going to be making these little shapes up here. So right sides together. And then we'll sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance.
Any questions you've got about anything in this show, get them into me, Crafter TV on Facebook, Crafter Companion over on YouTube. There's a lot of panic going on backstage at the moment, Becky.
Is there?
As everything starts to sell out from Sanntangle, yes, I can see people running up and down behind the scenes. There's people sweating. There's someone stood out there with a tray of oranges as people go past trying to keep their energy up for them. It's all going off. It
We're
really
missing
is
out
all
on
going
that.
off. Sorry?
We're missing out on that. We need half-time oranges as well, don't we?
I think, well, I'd rather a glass of Sauvignon Blanc, to be honest, but I don't think we'll be able to organise that.
Apparently that's what they're going to change the water
Machine
into,
like a
yeah.
Prosecco fountain
Yeah,
instead.
yeah.
Yes, please. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
I'm just making that up, but
We could have a little.
it sounds about right.
Have you seen that? I like when you go to restaurants and it says, and they have a little button. It says "press for champagne." There's a little button that you just press
Yeah.
if you want champagne. They
Yeah.
bring it to you.
Yeah,
How great is that? We'd get one in the dressing room here.
we could do,
Do you
couldn't we?
think? Yeah, I don't think it will happen, but.
So I'm just going to put the other piece here. So what we're doing is we're creating these kind of long lines, these long pieces, almost like a kind of arrow up here. Let's put one together. So just using a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way through. So if you've got a 1/4 inch foot on your machine, that's the time to get it out. Definitely, or if you've not got one of those and you find it tricky to sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance, I put a piece of tape along my sewing machine and that helps me to be able to do that. And then we're going to put this last one here, so that's going to be one there, and we'll have that one.
So
Got
quite
there.
simple straight seams in a lot of these.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, particularly with these ones that we're doing at the moment. I mean, with some of the builder blocks, you've got curves, and they are more of a challenge. But if you've got, if you're using a builder block and you're using dies, it makes it a lot easier when you're doing curves. But these ones, because you're cutting, as long as you're careful with your cutting, you're going to be able to cut these just fine. I'm just going to use a pin here. There is always a sort of more of a margin of error, I suppose, if you're using a rotary cutter. But I think that happens more so if you're trying to cut too many layers of fabric in one go. It can then be a little bit tricky. So you just cut 2 layers, and if you do have that spray, that's definitely worth using, just keeping everything nice and still. If you're a little bit like me, I tend to be a bit slapdash, and I tend to try and get things done quickly, and then what they say, more haste, less speed. You end up sort of rushing around and doing things wrong and unpicking them. So I'm going to put that one there, like so, along this line here. And again, just sewing through. So nice and simple. And this is a really good opportunity to buy these and do something a little bit different. If you're just, you're starting off in your sort of quilting journey, we inevitably start off with triangles, squares, half square triangles and that kind of thing. But it's quite nice to start, to start doing something a little bit different with your bits and pieces. So I've done this piece here. I'm going to sew these 2 pieces together, and then actually, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to sew this piece here, these big, large triangles up here. So they're going to go in this place here. I'm going to give it a bit of an iron. Just move that out of the way. And not drop the iron on the floor, like I did earlier. Okay.
Very, very busy over on the website at the minute for everything you've seen so far today. Remember, these are Lynn Goldsworthy templates. They are new. They are on a delayed dispatch. They'll be coming to you from the 27th, along with anything else in your order. But it means that you're going to be able to be amongst the first people to get your crafty paws on them, which we absolutely love. So make sure you are snapping them up. 41.59, 51.72 with a platinum discount as well. So brilliant, brilliant value. I actually thought these were more sort of like a stencil style template. I don't know why. I didn't realise quite how substantial they were until I saw them.
They're very thick, actually. And I've had sort of acrylic templates before, not from Crafter's Companion, but from other places, and they've been quite thin. And then, if you've got sort of not limited mobility, but you're not super confident using a rotary cutter, it can be quite daunting because you're a bit concerned. But these are quite substantial to knock up, rub up against, as it were, with your rotary cutter. They're almost the same thick. Well, they'll be the same thickness as one of your rulers. So if you've been used to using your rotary cutter to cut against one of your acrylic rulers, it's exactly the same kind of thickness. and that's why they're worth having. If you don't have a die cutting machine, or some people really like the pureness, I suppose, for want of a better term, of cutting everything by hand.
Yeah.
You know, they really enjoy that.
But it just shows you as well, we can still bring you tools that are going to help you do that. You know, you don't have to be out there, you know, with a paper pattern and all of that malarkey, you know, trying to organise it.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes, you know, you might have your a Gemini, you might have our builder blocks, but you know, you particularly like these designs. But also, you might not have the space to have the Gemini out often. If you've got the Gemini out and a sewing machine, it might be a bit of a challenge. And actually, you could just sort of work with those templates, and you know, you could have cut down on a bit of space. I know that I struggle with space when I'm working. I never seem to have quite enough. My husband's always say I've taken up too much space, but I don't think I think I need more.
I think you need to tell him that he might have got that wrong, Becky. I think is what you need to say.
I think
Would you like
so.
me to send him a, you know,
Would you
a letter or
mind?
something? A strongly worded email? No,
Maybe,
not at all.
maybe because it was our wedding anniversary yesterday. Maybe that's what he's going to be giving me.
What,
maybe
more
I'm going to
space?
get. Maybe I'm going to get a craft room, or yeah, that'd be quite nice.
I don't think so, but one can hope.
Yeah, I might be lucky. It might be better than the previous year. One year I got, I think it was one of the drinks company was like Coca-Cola or something like that. We're doing bottles with people's names on it.
Yeah.
I got one of those with my name on it.
Nice.
That was empty because he got thirsty on the way home.
Oh.
That was my wedding anniversary.
Tim.
I know. I bought him a beautiful pair of cufflinks.
Did you?
And I got an empty drinks bottle.
Oh dear.
Incredibly rude. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm building myself up. I better get
Anyway,
something really decent this year.
Sorry?
I better get something really decent this year.
What year is it? It's brass this year, are you saying?
Yeah, brass. I mean, brass or nickels, 21 years. So, you know, it's not like it's a year where
You want diamond or platinum or...
Yeah.
You got a way to go yet.
I know. Well, I can't remember. One year it was crystal was the thing, so I
Yeah.
got a bottle of Cristal.
Oh!
Which was very nice. That was
Hello,
good.
ding dong. Next year, bottle of empty Coke.
Exactly. Rude. So you can see I've just done one of those quarters. So that's the one that I've just done now. But you can see how they come together when I put all four together to make that block. So I'm going to stitch this part here and this part here, and then I'm going to put those two pieces together. And we've just sewn that very first block of that hunter's star. So I'm going to match
Why
these
is it called
up.
a hunter's star? Do we know?
It might say at the very front. Hold on a minute. I will check for you.
Okay. Well, we could make something up.
Hunter star. It doesn't say.
Okay.
Don't know. So I'm sure somebody watching knows why it was called a hunter star.
Let us know. Slide
let
into
us
the DMs, also known as drop us a comment on Facebook or YouTube.
I don't know that phrase, slide into
Slide into the DMs?
No, because I'm quite old. Isn't that
Right.
something that the young people say?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I am young though. So,
Yeah, I know you're young.
Not as young as I once was, but who is? I think I'm too old to be using phrases like that. I'll give you that one.
No, but you said it with such a surety that, you know, I don't think so. I don't think you're too old, but I quite clearly am. Because I don't know what that means. But you're heading off to festivals coming up, aren't you?
Yes, going to a couple of different festivals. I'm going to obviously the best festival in the world, Glastonbury.
Yeah.
And then me and Becky are also going to a festival together in London. So lock up your everything
I know.
on the 9th of July.
Yeah, it's going to be party time at my house.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't blooming wait.
Particularly as my kids and my husband would have already gone on holiday.
Have they? Excellent.
Yeah, party at my house, yeah.
Brilliant, can't wait. Auntie Penny says, I'm adoring these templates. Now I might have to dust off my sewing machine. And Dawn Nordstrom says, absolutely lovely, Becky. Patty saying these templates are lovely also. Really lots of love for these. It is a brand new launch. You will be seeing more of these in that latest Soft Side of Life show, which will of course be 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. if you are across on the West Coast. So make sure you come and join us for that. We will be having Sanntangle in that studio in the next sort of 5 minutes or so don't go anywhere with what's left. I don't really know what we're going to do, but we'll work that out in the break and we'll come back with something fabulous. We always do.
I'm not surprised that it's been really busy for Sandra's stuff because it is always so popular,
Glorious,
isn't it? Really lovely.
Absolutely glorious stuff.
I was saying to her, one of my aunts or my husband's aunt's, she's been posting up on social media all her Sanntangle designs, and she doesn't even know that I know Sandra.
Wow.
I was like, actually, I'm going to have a little picture and send it to her.
Oh, I love that.
And at least I know what to get for Christmas next year.
There you are, sorted. An empty bottle of Coca-Cola.
Could anyone ever do that? I mean, how rude is that?
Was there also another present, but also an empty bottle of Coca-Cola? Okay.
No. And he bought me a card. He buys me the same card every year.
Oh, that's romantic.
Yeah, I'd rather he just gave me the same card each year and spent the money on a box of chocolates or something. But he buys me the same card each year. And I didn't like the card when I first got it, so I certainly don't like it the 5th or 6th year that I received it.
Oh, Becky.
I know, so rude. Oh, there you go. So I've got a few pieces of threads there, but you can see how that comes together. So that is, I've put those round the wrong way, but it doesn't really matter. So that's how you're going to be putting your first block together. Now, if I show you what the block holder looks like. So this is the shape here, and we've got a finished one here. So this is actually the block holder, and this is one of the projects that you've got inside the little booklet. And when you open it up, that's where you can store all the blocks that you're making. So this is a really great way if you're trying to plan what you're going to be doing, or maybe you're doing one of those projects where you do a block a week for the year, or block a day, that kind of thing. You can use this as a little kind of storage place. But we've got 2 other sets of those acrylic templates that we're going to be showing you in the show later on today.
Brilliant. 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast. You will be seeing this gorgeous launch. $51.99 or $64.65 is your price. You are getting in there the Kaleidoscope Star, the Wheel of Mystery, and the Hunter Star as well. Don't go anywhere, because Sandra and Sanntangle will be up on the other side of this. See you in a sec.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's Fabric Cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Hello, welcome back. Great to be back with the lovely Sandra here and Sanntangle. It's been ages since I've seen you.
Do you know, it seems like it's been ages,
It
doesn't it?
does.
It's not
been a
really,
long
but
time.
a month.
I like it. You're like our little sort of our little dose of zen.
Yeah, it's
here,
all chill out a
in the
little
studio.
bit. Yeah. But good fun as well. It's
Absolutely.
not all about being calm and peaceful. It's about having a bit of fun. So
Loads and loads of good fun, which is what we always have. But my, it's been so incredibly busy. I know there's lots of elves running around outside
There are.
trying to sort things out.
We've sorted it. I think we've just got to let it. Yeah.
We've just got to. If you've missed out on the dragonflies, We can't promise anything, but you know, hold your fire, and we'll see what we can do in the later show.
We're on it.
I think we're going to have a little look first, if we may, at the book number 5.
Okay. Oh,
because book 5 very, very busy already on book 5, which is this one just here.
Absolutely, yeah. I've got some samples as well. Do you want me to show you?
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I'll just quickly tell you what you're getting in here then. You're going to get the book here, which is this one, and then we're also getting this Tangled art as well. So that's coming in there for you too, and you're getting the stencils as well. But book 5, your book's always so incredible. For anyone that hasn't seen the books first, what are you going to do for us, and what specifically is this one going to do for us?
Books, you always get instructions, and it's nice to have that sort of setback and that sort of where you can sit and look through these books and think, well, where am I going to go? You don't just get 12 in this one. I did up the standards a little bit in terms of book 1, 2, 3, you got 12, but this one I thought, do you know what? Let's go a bit more. So you get 20 different tiles in this on how to draw them, full instructions from the very first off, from here all the way over to here. But not only do you get the instruction to do this tile, you get a variation as well. So when you think about it, there are not just 20 tiles in here. I mean, look at this one. From this line, and if we work our way around to this, but you get a variation. So you get 40 tiles in this book. 40 tiles.
30% of this has gone already. I'm not
My goodness me. Do you know, it's so beautiful, and there's so many things you can do with it. We're also, I mean, look, the buttons. So you're starting to think about crafting with these now, and how do I actually get some craft, even gems. I've even got, oh, hang on, gems, I've lost it now. Look, even little pictures, how to do this little ship, and then create all the different works around it. The eye is just beautiful. Little bit of instruction, practice pages. Look, I've got some practice ones there. But then, of course, you can start working on little mandalas. What are you going to do with them? Look at this one. That's a tile. But you don't have to do it on a small tile. You can do it on a larger piece. You could create your own little bits of work with that. But look, you get variations for each one all the way along. It shows you how I've done it, what I've done.
And they're amazing, aren't they?
I'll demo the whale later.
Oh, really? Fabulous.
Ship or a whale. You actually use the same tangles for that.
That's
crazy,
amazing.
isn't it?
And what I love is you've really made it really easy to understand for us, you know, and broken it down. Look at that, that's absolutely
I
gorgeous.
know,
It
and
really,
it's,
really is.
if you look, it's a swirl.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
So simple, isn't it? So what you're getting here for £29.99 is the book on its own. I will show you the Tangled Art Weekend projects as well that you can use alongside this. But I love that you've given so many examples in the back too.
This isn't my work. This is what other people have done with these. So if you look here, we've got Joanne, we've got Sue, Alison, Dawn, Jenny. This is what other people have done. Look at even the eye. So you get inspiration not just from what I've done, but from what they've sort of done as well. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful.
Amazing, it really, really is gorgeous. Now, something you might want to go for with that then is this particular collection here. So in here we're getting the Tangled Art.
Yes.
He said something completely different then. He said angled tart, which sounds really wrong. And
we don't want to go there.
You're getting the stencils in here as well. Now, you were really excited about these stencils earlier. Why are these so fabulous?
Well, do you know, how on earth do you get circles to create a moon with cogs and flowers and and a clock here? I've actually got, have I got it here? Let me show you the actual clock.
Oh, nice. Yes,
here
please.
We go. How do you do that from that? Look at that. And then as well, if I bring in, I've got to think now which sketch pad it's in.
I love all these pads that you've got.
I've got loads of sketch pads and I keep adding and extending. There's the flowers. You can create each one of these with those circles. Now, if you want to do it all together, fine. If you actually want to do one single thing for a card, you can do that as well. But I just want to flick through. Here we go. Here's the other one. Here's the moon. You can actually create that. But you can take all these elements and you can use it on the clock or in the flowers, or you could take this clock, put it in with the flowers. You can mix and match, do whatever you want to do with it, and it's all from circles.
All from circles, so simple.
All from circles.
And I think I love the process that you give us with these things, because I think if only you said to someone, I'm going to teach you how to draw that. You would just think
No,
absolutely not
Debby,
on your
shut the
Nelly,
front
wouldn't
door,
you?
I'm out the way, it's not
absolutely.
happening, but no.
But the fact that you've got the stencils in there
Yes.
make it so easy as well
Yes.
is brilliant. So the details are on your screen, £21.99, £31.89. That gets you the stencils and the project book that's in there. And then book number 5 that we looked at as well is a separate detail for you. A third of book 5 has already gone. Right, we are going to move on and we are going to have a little look now at the starter collection. It is going really, really far. I love those couple of bits you've put out here as well.
Do you know,
how gorgeous are
it
these?
just sort of shows, doesn't it? So rather than think, they're tiles. A tile, if you don't know what a tile is, a little square piece of really good quality cardstock, which comes in the bundle, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
So you actually could draw these. You don't have to keep it this small, you can go larger, but then it's what do I do with my tiles? And just showing you this, you can see that you can bring it into your crafting, do whatever you want to do with it, but you've drawn that piece. It's completely unique to you, completely.
Amazing. It really, really is. I'll just quickly share with you then what you're getting in this particular bundle. So you're going to get the central stencils,
Yes.
which are these ones just here. And this is, I'm guessing, a great starting point for anyone maybe that's never tried tangling before.
Yeah, and these are referred to actually in book 1. It gives you all the shapes that you want to sort of use. It's circles and squares. You do actually get triangles and things with it as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're in they're here somewhere.
They are
We've
around.
had that
You
kind
get
of a
them.
morning.
We
But you
really have.
you get this like 3 sets. So that gives you the basic shapes, but it's not just the stencils. I give you instructions on how to use them independently, but then of course refer to them in the book. It means if you want to draw a heart shape like the one we've just seen, it's on the front there, then you can draw around that shape to get you started and you don't sort of feel, oh, it's not quite right.
And would you say
There it
then
is.
anyone would could start from never having done any tangling before with this collection?
Absolutely, yeah. You've got everything. We've made sure you've got everything that you need, from the pen, the instructions, the tiles, even that wonderful tortillon.
I love that word.
Helps you to blend all the pencil together, so it gives you your shading, gives you that 3D effect.
And I love that we've even got practice sections in the back.
I think,
of
you know,
there
that
too.
even I still use them. I still go back to book 1, and I wonder if I've actually got my book 1 here, so I'm not just saying.
Oh, let's have a look.
You can see it's been used, it's well loved, but look in the back.
Oh wow.
You see here, but actually show it that way. Oh, okay. I've only had 2 cups of tea this morning.
I've only had one coffee.
So here we go. You've got a little bit of help there to try something different. So I've taken one of the little patterns and I've tried a few different things. And I actually do use the book. See, I've tried a different shape. So don't sort of think, even a little bit drawing there, don't think that if you've never done it before, or if you have, it's not just for you. Then, you know, add to it, use the back of the book and store your tiles. See, little bits and pieces in
So
there.
great, you've got that included. Then we're getting our pens, our pencil, and our tortillon. And with these, they're Sanntangle branded. So these, I'm guessing, are going to be the perfect liner to do this kind of work with.
I've worked very closely with my supplier to make sure I've got the right thickness of pen, that the pencil actually blends to the right degree, because sometimes you get what doesn't blend at all, sometimes it'll blend too much, and then of course those lovely little tortillons, they're rolled up paper, but they're really tightly rolled. It's going to give you that movability that you need.
And the tiles as well. The only way to get the tiles actually today is in this particular pack and configuration. So remember, you're getting the book, you are getting the tiles, you are getting the pencils, the pencil, the pens, and the tortillons, and you are getting the book. And oh, hang on, and I haven't got enough hands. And the stencil as well. That is a brilliant value. £39, £56.74 to get all of that. How are we doing on the stock here? Because I know it was going very, very quick. Oh, 70% of this has already gone, and that is confirmed checked out orders. We will be much further through the stock if everyone that has this in their basket at the moment checks out. So if you do want to get your hands on that, you will need to be quick for it. I also want to share with you, I'll just give you the details for them at this point in the show. So if you didn't see any of the other previous book launches that you've done, we have all of your books. It's like a library of tangling we've got on the go today. So if you want to go for book 2, you absolutely can. All of these bring you something different, I'm guessing, as well, Sandra.
Absolutely. Do you know, when I look at these and I think, I wrote them. It's still quite, emotional, really. But yeah, every single one you're going to get something a little bit different. It doesn't matter, certainly for books 1 to 4, it doesn't matter if you've never done it before. You can come in at any point that you like and do this.
You can. I can't get my 2s and my 3s around the right way. Oh, really cute, isn't it?
Circles, doubling up tiles.
Amazing. So book 2 is £21.99 or £36.24 if you want to go for that. We then have, you guessed it, book number 3.
Book number 3, absolutely. And I'm starting to lead you now more into the crafting, because that's what we want to do with it. And it's all about, well, how do I actually turn that into something? So you can see this one here, for example, we've got a tile, but we've actually created a whole page. So you could even, you know, put that on a card and draw the whole thing.
Amazing.
Completely unique to you then.
30% of book number 3 has gone. It's very, very busy today. And we also have book 4 available for you as well. Over 40% of book 4 is gone. I love that we still bring you a Club Inspired discount, even when we bring you some of our favourite brands here on Crafters TV. Platinum members, $21.59 or $31.31 if you want to get your hands on that. For anyone that's going for this sort of stuff today, Sandra, is there like somewhere we can go, you know, on social media where we can get hints and tips and support, all of that sort of stuff?
There are videos for every single one of those. So for book 1's all the way up to, I think, 7 books, up to book 7, honestly. You can get videos on there, or you can go onto YouTube and look. And there is a group page called Sanntangle. So if you go on there, it's not necessarily my work, it's what other people put on, and they'll help you out and give you hints and tips and all sorts of things. So
that's excellent. So you know,
they're very active on
and I think that's really important, isn't it? When you've got, you know, a new hobby, you're trying something new for the first time, then it really is great to have that. We're going to look now at Create Art Project number 1.
Okay.
Oh, I can see this one just here.
This
Loving this.
Now, this one's a little bit different, because you'll see, you get a little bit, you don't get a stencil. No, so how on earth does this work? Let me show you the original, and then I'll show you what you can actually do with it. So as you well know, originals, I do use my sketch pad. Here we go, you ready for this?
Yeah.
How are you going to draw that?
Oh my.
How on earth are you going to draw that?
That's amazing.
Now, the idea is, what you do is you cut this up into 24 sections, so you can use 24 tiles, or our tiny tiles, and what I actually give you here is a single tile, tile 1. So this is your tile 1, and it shows you how to create that first part. And then you go on to tile 2, and it shows you how to do tile 2. So each separate section is then built up. So again, if I show you out of my, again, here I
love it. There's like a whole library of finished projects. And
so if you did 5 minutes a day, 1 second, so many things going on. Yeah, if you did like 5 minutes a day of something, here we go. So a little tile every day. You draw each separate section as you're going along.
It's like a tapestry, isn't it?
Yeah, at the end of 24 days, look what you get. But again, I've got some fab samples. Let me show you a couple here. Look at this one.
Oh, is that onto board?
That's onto board. Oh, I'll do it the other way around, it's upside down. That's onto the Tangle board, which I brought last month, actually.
Yes, there's a lot of people letting me know earlier in the day they've just received theirs too.
There you go. Brilliant. There's another one. See, so they're the same, but completely different when you look at this one.
And I think it's one of the things you'd look at that as a whole project and find that quite overwhelming. But
you would,
it's all about
but
building
because
up baby steps, isn't it?
Whether you use separate tiles or whether you actually split your page into 24 and do one little bit each day. I do have a demo later to show you how to do that.
Brilliant.
Then it's entirely up to you, but that is what that does. So it's the instructions that's in there that gets you good. You don't need a stencil for that one at all. It's about you looking at each individual little square and just drawing that little bit and then working it from there.
Absolutely amazing. We are going to move on to the native stencils. I love these, and you guys have been loving these today as well. I'll quickly whiz you through what you're guessing. So you get a stencil with each one of the books. You've got the native wolf, which is this
cool,
one,
isn't it?
So cool. I know you were so excited about this one.
I know. I'm going to demo that one in a bit. So.
You've got in here as well the native dream catcher.
Yeah.
And you'll also get the native totem as well. Absolutely amazing.
And it's lovely.
3 books, 3 project books there, 3 stencils as well. £43, $56.49. So brilliant value here again, and has been busy on these ones. These look really special. I love that they are sort of all in the same theme, which is lovely.
Absolutely.
And they give you, I know the wolves was the one you were saying, just can't believe you can draw
I know, look, I mean, there's so many of you out there that did say, I'd love to be able to draw a wolf. How on earth do I do it? And so I've given you the instructions not to just draw the sort of the portrait, but also to draw those cute. I mean, you get 2 sizes of the little wolves facing, the howling at the moon, so you could do a mother and baby, you could do a wedding, 2 of us, anything. I'm going to
Really cool. A quarter of the stock has gone already. Any questions you've got, now is absolutely your chance to get them in while Sandra is here with me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube, and I'll pop those questions across. Chris, Aunt Penny says, I'm so glad there is something left. I've not seen this before. I've heard that it's so relaxing. Sanntangle is going to be my next obsession. Is it difficult for newbies?
No, I know it's easy for me to stand here and say, no, it isn't. If you can hold a pen and you can draw a line, or you can draw, I don't even call them circles, bubbles, then you've got the mindset that you want to have a go. Honestly, no, within the first 20 minutes, you'll have actually something on paper that you can look at and say, oh, I drew that.
Amazing,
Yeah,
absolutely
honestly,
amazing. Any other questions you've got, please get them in.
Sure.
Everything we've just shared with you is exceptionally busy over on the website at the moment. It's going very, very quickly. Right, I think we've got time to squeeze some demoing in there, don't
sure.
you?
Are we gonna, I'm going to tidy up a bit.
It's up to you. The floor is yours, Sandra.
Oh my goodness me. So we get, hang on a second. Let me tidy up just one
You
second.
have a little tidy up, no worries indeed. Jan is getting their order in. I've made 2 tiles so far and they came out great, says Christine Mahoney. Quite an easy segue, I think, from paper crafting into tangling, don't you think?
It certainly is, and don't think tangling is something that you, I want natives, don't I? Yeah, tangling is not something you think, I've got to do that and it's on its own. It can be a standalone product, but use it with your crafting. Don't just think it's for paper. If you sew, it's for sewing as well. You can bring things in there. So,
because I guess you could actually draw this out in heat erasable markers and then stitch out, freehand stitch over it.
Of course you can, yeah.
I bet you could even embroider over it if you wanted to.
You can embroider over it. I mean, imagine that great art project as patchwork. I mean, I have done the first.
Lovely.
I've done the first square. But I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Yeah. Okay. All right then. So, all right. When you get your stencil, it's going to look like this. Okay. And I've used it. You could tell I've been inking around. You do get the circle that goes in the middle there, because I thought if you wanted to mask the moon or anything, you get that.
Lovely.
But what I suggest you do, please, is have a look on the instructions. It shows you it's got numbers. So number your stencil.
Right.
Because my instructions then will refer to, let me see if I can find, there you go, main outline 13, 14, 15, 11 and 12. So it'll actually give you numbers that correspond with this one here.
Brilliant.
So let's have a go. I'm going to use this one with the numbers, and looking around it, let's have a look. Once you start to look, you can see okay, here 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've given you a shape there. Okay, so if I just put in a line, just so I've got something to work to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this number 15 sort of on the line there.
So would the line always be in the middle of your project?
Do you know what? It really doesn't matter. I mean, I'm using a piece of paper here today that's bigger than what I need, because then you can cut it down or whatever. So we've got these first 3 circles in there. And then, again, the instructions do go through all of this and show you what to do. If we have a quick look at them, you see, look, that's what I've just drawn.
Oh, yeah.
You see? And how it works its way through. So I've got 11 and 12 here. It's going to make the mouth. And now I'm in control. I'm deciding where I'm going to put that kind of shape. Whether I want the mouth more closed, whether I want it more open. Okay, then I'm going to turn it round and use number 12 to create the ear as well. All right, so we've got this really odd shape at the minute.
Nice.
I'm going to come in, actually I won't come in with a pen yet. I'm just going to draw these curves, joining this one to this one to this one. Okay, I think I'm going to give it another one of those numbers, a little bit there, a little bit more in here. Then I'm going to draw a line down. Okay, you see where it's starting to come there? And I've even got your little feet in here. So let's put the feet in.
It is absolutely mesmerising, this, isn't it?
So let's
one
put
of those
this one in.
crafts you can really lose yourself in. And actually, do you know what?
This one in.
One of those crafts that, you know, is, I think the journey is as important as the final destination. As in, you know, there's as much joy, if not more, in actually doing it as there is being able to sort of gift it or frame it or, you know, complete it.
There's so much, and the sense of achievement when you've actually created this, it's almost like, you know, if you've got a ruler to draw a straight line, I'm actually just giving you shapes and you're doing the creative bit. So here we go. I'm just going to follow this around. Now when I get to here, I'm going to add a little bit of a zigzag kind of shape, see?
Okay.
And then sort of same thing coming down here.
Like me.
Yes. And down here. Now what I'm actually creating is just the outline. So a little bit of lines there, bringing it down. See, around past here. And then what I could do here, again, I could bring in some of those little lines. It all starts from basic shape.
It's just like a small backward stroke you're doing then as
Exactly,
you move along.
just a little zigzag as I'm moving along. Now he does need teeth. There we go.
Not going to be a successful wolf without any teeth, is
No, and it even shows you, you know, how to sort of mark. I'm going to put this line in. You've got a little bit of a V shape there for the eye, look, because I know we all get worried about this, is where to put eyes.
Because eyes are
there
really
it is.
fundamental, aren't they? If they're not in the right place, it seems to really stand out like a sore thumb.
There's the bit of the eye, so we've got the teeth. So now if we were to rub that out, you see that you've got sort of your wolf. We need a bit of a line there. There we go. Let's have a quick nose in my pencil case here. This is probably one of about 20 pencil cases I've got. Let's rub out those little shapes there. There we go. And there is your first little wolf. Now the great thing with this is if I bring in one of my brush pens, let's create a silhouette. So turn it into a little silhouette there. There we go. So it's all right sort of saying, right, okay, I'm gonna draw this little wolf. What am I gonna do with it?
Oh, nice.
So you see, I'm just gonna come on in. I mean, you could even draw it onto black paper and cut it out, couldn't you? And fill it in that way. But just sort of doing a really quick version. I would probably, if I'm using a pen as well, I'd probably do a couple of layers of black, because I like that really solid black kind of shape there. There he is.
Just to let you know as well, the bundle with book 5 and the Tangled Art weekend projects with those clocks that we looked at, the bundle is live actually. So we want to get both of them together, give you an extra little saving there, 46.20 or 65.16, going very, very quickly now, so you wanted to be quick for that.
There we go. So there he is. So the nice thing about this is, okay, would you have a look in that bag for me there and find me, I don't know, maybe a yellow or an orange or moony kind of colour?
A gel pen?
No, an ink pad,
an
please.
ink pad, no
Yeah,
worries.
let's see what we can find.
Let's have a little look, see what we've got.
We've got, I'm sure there's a yellow.
Lemon tonic, is that a bit bright?
No, that'll do. That'll do.
Brilliant.
I've got something. I've got a bit of an applicator in that bag there.
Oh yeah, we've got
See,
a debrief for you.
anybody comes into Sanntangle HQ, they end up with a job. So yeah.
I'm not the quickest.
That's okay. That's fine. That'll do. I'll have one of those. That's lovely. Thank
Brilliant.
you.
You'd like a glamorous assistant, but I'll do.
That's it. Yeah. we have to work with what we've got, don't we?
Absolutely, we do. Absolutely.
So usually, if you're at home, you might want to.
I'm inky now as well. It was going to happen, wasn't it?
So what we could do is, you know, we could maybe create a little bit of a moon in the background. I'm just being really careful here, but say you would tape off all your work off. So you see, there he is behind the moon.
Nice.
All right, so you've got a starting point there. We had to spend a bit more time, but I've got one I've done, so it's all right.
Oh, fabulous.
So imagine, because of the stencils, you could turn it round. You could end up with...
It's funny to see you infill something.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, normally we're filling
it's
everything
more,
with doodles and tangles, aren't we?
Yeah, here we go. So you could see the moon in the background. I've got my little bit of stuff going, but I want to bring in another one.
Okey-doke.
It looks great on a square, but of course we know we've got the heart frames today.
Yes, we do indeed, Well, we did.
Well, we did, yeah. Look
That's
at
incredible.
this. So
Look at
you
those
could create
parents.
a little bit of a mask in the middle there, and of course the frame.
And the
too.
other great thing, of course, it's just a stencil, so just to flip the stencil round,
You've got
have the
two.
circles in a different direction.
You've got two,
You've got something
exactly.
completely different. How amazing.
And because we talk about sort of tangling on these, if I turn my pages a little bit more, so you can get the Wolfords just a little bit. Here we go. So, so it does show, where is it, on the front, that we've got tangling on the front. So I'm going to bring in one of a white gel pen.
I need to ask you, did you watch Eurovision last week?
I watched part of it. When I say
Someone needs to give that wolf a banana.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. It's not happening.
It's going to eat someone's grandma otherwise.
Yes, these do need teeth. So you can see, because I've coloured it all in black, you can actually come in and use your gel pens.
Nice.
And you can still add that little bit of tangle. I'm not going to overdo it. I'm just going to do little bits.
Tangling really isn't. I mean, I don't wish to oversimplify anything ever, Sandra, but it's like grown-up doodling, isn't it?
It is.
It's that thing that you were told off for doing on your homework.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to celebrate the fact that you can do it. No one's going to be telling you off anymore.
No, it's all, you've all done it. Everybody has doodled somewhere in the past. Everybody's done swirls, or they've done bars or lines or bubbles or whatever it is you want to sort of bring to it. Everybody's done it.
My dad can't talk on the phone. There's a notebook next. It's where the landline phone used to be, which is no more. But whenever he answers the phone, he has to go back into the hall and stand and doodle on the notepad that he's standing doodle on. That's his relaxing, happy place. And I really want to get him some of these items. I think he would absolutely love them.
No. Right, we're going to draw over this.
Oh wow!
Right. I'm going to put that line, you know that line we drew to start with? It's not sort of here on this one, so what I'm going to do is, it needs a base, it's somewhere to sit. So a few wavy lines. We can all do wavy lines, yeah?
Yeah.
And if you think, oh, I can't do wavy, get a ruler and draw a straight one, it's fine.
Okey-doke.
Wavy lines. See, slightly off, but that's fine.
It does ground it though, doesn't it?
Just ground it. So then let's have a look. I want to put a tree in.
A tree?
How are you going to draw a tree? And I'm drawing it over this nice
tree,
way. Okay, I'm going to turn it upside down because I find that this works easy. So here we go. I'm going to draw a wavy line. All right, you see I'm moving the whole of my hand?
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm going to add some little, you know where you've got a little bit of waves, I'm going to add some little bobbles in there.
Right.
There we go, and just sort of fill them in. It's quite satisfying actually to sort of fill them in. But
I guess if your line's gone a bit wonky, the bubbles are a great way of evening it out as well.
They certainly are, yeah. So I'll draw another one. There we go. Now, you might find when you draw yours that you would rather start at the top and work downwards. That is absolutely fine. Don't think that my way is the only way. It's not. You can do it however it works for you. Some people, and I don't know how they do this, draw lines this way.
No, can't.
No, I'm going to do it this way. But honestly, whatever works for you, it's really fine. So, okay, we're into sort of 3 lines now. Again, I'm going to put some of these little wobbles on.
And the great thing about this, I think, it is simple techniques built up over time, which makes something amazing, isn't it? I think when you break it down into those tiny baby steps, it's very, very achievable.
Certainly is, yeah, absolutely.
If you said to me, draw a tree, I'd be like, absolutely.
Oh, on earth you draw a tree.
If you said to me, draw a wavy line, put a couple of knobbles on it, and then just do that over and over again, I'm like, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, and that's the great thing. You know, people come to class, and you know, when you sort of advertise classes, you always show, don't you, what you're going to be making. We don't. I just say, right, it's class.
Right, okay.
And nobody knows what they're going to draw until they get there. And we put the first mark on, and they still don't know. And half an hour in, and you think, okay, what are all these lines going to do? And then suddenly, it happens. There we go. So you can see I've got a bit of a straight line going up there. Let's have another.
Erin's like, yeah, I could definitely draw a tree now.
A little bit there. I'm just going to put a bit more in there. Let's do another one. But then again, if you use different thicknesses of pens, you could use different colours. It's whatever you want to sort of work with. And see, I've gone up there, but I've not gone. I could have gone all the way to the top, but we'll see. We'll just see how it works out. It's fine.
Do you often end up where you set out to when you tangle, or does it sort of morph and the journey takes detours as you go along?
It certainly does take detours, and I think that's a good thing. I think you should start out with, yeah, I'd like to get something like that. Look at that, I've gone over my heart, look with a wavy line. No. But don't sort of try and be completely a stickler. Don't look at mine and think, right, it's got to be exactly like that. It's not going to be, because we're all different. There we go.
Simon says, hello Sandra, Joe and Debbie and everyone at Crafted TV, loving the shows. Oh, from Hannah and Simon Stone, a little Reuben who's watching too.
Hi guys.
Oh, Hannah and Simon, I haven't seen you in so long. We're at that stage now where we've managed to catch up with some friends, haven't we? But there's friends we still haven't caught up with since pre-pandemic.
Yes.
And they've had a little baby and another one on the way.
Absolutely.
Yes. Love you guys.
Yes.
I would tell you the story about when me and Hannah went to a friend's wedding and she got, you know, really, really drunk, but I don't think now's the time for that.
Maybe tell me later. Okay, you see I've got this sort of line coming across them, and you see I'm just sort of adding a little bit more here, so it's getting a little bit wider here, but it's joining in to these lines here, so you can go as thick as you want to. We could even put an extra little one in.
That's amazing, that really is.
All right, and then let's bring in, see, it's sort of got to sit, it's got to sit here, hasn't it? So let's bring another one in there, like a little wavy line. And then let's have a little dangle in there. And then let's bring in a little heart in there. Imagine this as a little wedding card.
Oh, perfect.
We've just got engaged, or you know, and because there's 2 sizes of these walls, you could have mother and baby, or father and baby, or twins. You could have 2 little ones. So that sort of works there. But again, it needs a little bit more. So I'm going to bring in a little curve with a bobble on the top. See,
The more you do this, the more informed I get, the more closer I got. And I just realised I was literally breathing into your ear there. I was like, Joe, get back, get a grip. It's really drawing me in.
It doesn't help, honestly, because my hand's in the way, you can't see it all. I was being very professional there, and I was just going with the flow. Like, get out.
Away from me.
So yeah, let's bring a couple more in, sort of, let's bring them up here.
It is just automatically very relaxing, isn't it? Just watching you do it.
It certainly is. It's lovely, isn't it? I'm going to make a little flower. And because I'm filling it in, you see, I'm going over the top of that frame. So let's have a look. I'm going to bring in some little sort of bobbles. There we go. And maybe just a couple of eyes again, and then maybe another couple. And again, this is something you want to sort of look back at and think, how many more do I want? Do I want more? Do I want less?
I guess knowing when to stop can be an issue.
Well, you could keep going. I could keep going around the frame and adding extra bits and pieces. I think we perhaps need a little bit of red in the. I've got a red in or a gel. Which is the gel?
That one there.
Let's use one of those.
I
there we are.
I'm almost crafting with you today.
Absolutely, yeah. You'll be asking for a wage rise next. There we go. Let's put a little bit of red in there. Okay, so again, let's build this up into a card, of course.
Amazing.
Now, I've got a bit of tape on the back. I've got
where did Sandra, from else? Where did you start with card crafting? Were you a paper crafter, sort of?
Oh goodness me, yeah.
Where did it all begin for you?
I must have been about, I don't know, maybe 10.
Right.
And my mum sort of said to me, "You've always got paper in hand. You've always got a pen. What's the, you know?" And I had, and I never realised. I think till that age, I always had. And my dad could draw really well, and he did actually say to me, just as I was about to leave school, "You don't want to go into art. It's not going to make you any money. Go and get a proper job."
Right. You showed them, didn't you?
And he's, do you know, even to this day, you know, had he been with us this day, he'd have sort of thought, "Oh, I was wrong." But yeah, I love what I do, and I think I did get a lot of that from my dad. And I do have a little scent. Look at that. This is the dragonfly paper.
Oh, gorgeous.
It works so well. It was my inspiration for my colours, so I thought I'd use that. And then, of course, here we go. I've got a little bit of a sentiment on there. So it shows that, yeah, you can do these on your tiles. You can make little pictures and things, but use them in your crafting. I mean, that's like on an 8x8 card.
Beautiful.
I could still go around and tangle around the edge if I want to, but sometimes that's probably enough.
Yeah, I think so. I think it really
beautiful,
is.
Isn't it?
And it is
Drawing
absolutely gorgeous.
The tree. I might put a bit of shading in the tree, but nothing more.
Okay.
Nothing more. Let's just add just a little bit. See, just on one side, a little bit of pencil, and then our little tortillon. I'm just going to use that. See, I don't hold it real close, about halfway, because all I want to do is just very gently.
And that just sort of airbrushes it, does it?
Yeah, it just removes the lines.
Filter for your pencil work.
And absolutely, softens it up and gives it a little bit of shadow there. But there it is. A lovely little. And see, you don't really need the top of the tree at all. This is the most important bit. And you know, you get your little bit of glitters out and things if you want to, but a little bit around there. But
so does the tortillon also blur the pen, or it's just the pencil line?
Just the pencil line. Right. It's not touching the pen at all. Obviously, depending on the pens you use, you want to make sure that it's dry before you do anything. Okay. These dry pretty quick, so that's not too bad at all. A little bit of a signature at the bottom there. Nice. Only a sort of little one, just sort of nice and out of the way. But, you know, a unique card
really
from
gorgeous.
just one of the wolves. Just one of the instructions in there.
Let me share with you where you're going to get those from then. So you've got in here your 3 different project books and your stencils as well. So you've got the native wolf. I mean, we've only seen a snapshot of 1/3 of this collection.
So many.
So much possibility. You've got the dream catcher in there, and you've got the totem as well. £43, $56.49. Going very quickly there as well. Right, we better do the vote, hadn't we, for card of the show. I love that we've brought them in, like sort of local council candidates at the election. And this is going to be a party political broadcast first for the Debby Robinson campaign.
Right. So I'll kick-start it then for you with number 1. And I'm just going to angle it there. I'm hoping our little Charlotte can get in close.
That's it.
I'll stay there. There you go. Number 1 was that lovely little gnome caravan with me cutesy little characters there. So that's number 1.
And number 2 is this one here, which is the block that I did with the new Lynn Goldsworthy templates. So this is the Hunter's Star.
Amazing. Or number 3, which is Sandra's Wolves. Oh, someone give that wolf a banana.
We'll just go now. We'll just go now.
There you are. Someone give that wolf a banana before he eats your grandma.
It's lovely. It's got
Really
me yet.
gorgeous. 1, 2 or 3. Get your vote in over on socials. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion. If you are across on YouTube. Love this by Chris says tangling is something that got me through loads of Zoom meetings.
Absolutely.
Love
yeah.
that.
Who knows?
Yeah, I'm just taking a few notes. Just taking a few notes.
They say, show me your notes. You're like,
Yeah, well, they're very colourful, very colourful. Samantha says there's so many wonderful products. Got my orders in. Yay!
Thank you.
We need Sandra to bring some of those beautiful sentiment stamps. Is what's
Oh,
being said.
absolutely, yeah.
Maybe
This
we
one
could work on
actually,
that.
I think this one's a crafter's one.
Is it?
It's probably, I keep going, it's the Dragonfly collection.
Is it Dragonfly?
It is, yeah, it is
brilliant.
the Dragonfly collection.
There you
that
are.
one, so.
Just adorable. Love the wolves, says Patty. Jan says I just told myself no more purchases, but it's Sanntangle, so that is allowed.
It's
It is
an
allowed
investment.
indeed. It really
It's
is
an investment because every time you do it, it's going to be completely different.
Absolutely. We're going to be seeing you for a full hour, aren't we? In our 2 p.m. show.
All right, yeah,
So
okay.
you'll be up about between 4 and 5. You're
Yeah.
going to be with us out here, which is amazing. So a full hour. Get any question you got in. What can we expect from that later show?
Well, I'm hoping to do a bit of Dragonfly.
Fingers crossed we get to do some
But other
Dragonflies.
than that, of course, I've got the sort of the steampunk tangled art that we looked at.
Nice.
So I'm going to do a bit of that. And of course, we've got the Dreamcatcher from the Native collection. We've got book 5 to look at.
Of course.
And then, you know, if we run out, we can always sort of open the book and see what happens.
Yes, like
It's not
that,
bad.
saying see where we fall, which is brilliant. Someone saying they couldn't see the starter kit over online.
Yeah.
Get yourself over onto the website, hit the shop of the day, and it should be there for you. The starter kit hasn't sold out, so if you had your eye on that, you've still got it. What I would say is it is extremely busy across absolutely everything that you've seen, and I can't guarantee what we will have come that 4 p.m. show. So 4 p.m. will be 11 a.m. over on the East Coast or 8 a.m. over on the West Coast. Thank you, Sandra. Pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you
Absolute
for
pleasure.
assisting me.
As
It's been-
always,
yeah, well
I'm
done.
always happy to be your glamorous assistant. I really am. Those two are gossiping over there, and I'd love to know what they're talking about. What are you two cackling about over there?
We're talking about gnomes.
We are indeed.
Say no
because
more. Say no more.
I quite like the fact that the gnome is carrying a burger.
She couldn't get over the little, and so he's got his little hands round a burger. So yeah, these are super
They are
cute.
gorgeous.
Yeah. And this was our latest collection that we launched yesterday, so you can go back and watch all of those shows that we did yesterday. But this is the beautiful complete collection that you can see on your screen, £66.99 or $82.85, and of course that platinum price there, which is $53.59. Becky, look at the price, $66.28, where you can get hold of the whole complete collection. This is the Gnome Girl. We've got all of the stamps, all of the dies, so no fussy cutting involved. You've got stencil on there to add to a dress as well, and then you've got these lovely interchangeable features with the hands round the watering can. Thank you, round the burger, and again lots of things that you can be doing with these. Then you've got your gnome boy. So again, a lovely set of gnome boy collection there with exactly the same, the stamps, the dies, and the stencils to create your own gnome. Whether he be holding his fishing rod, whether he be wearing his fancy sunglasses, whether he be standing in a little basket if he wants to. He stand in a little basket. Lots of things that he can do. My favourite, Becky, I love the gnome caravan.
That's gorgeous.
It's just absolutely beautiful. Their own little home. They've got that lovely stamp, again, that fussy cut, no involving, because you've got the die, the outer die to cut that lovely caravan out. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I there? You've got some extra accessories on here, from the clouds to the moon to the stars to that lovely flower scene and the grass as well. Then you've got the lovely swinging gnome element to this one, where you can use the swing and the die cut element that goes to cut all that out for you, and even down to the bottom shoes. Do you know when you're swinging on a swing?
Yeah.
And you've got your feet like that?
Yeah.
You've got those there as well. So that's a lovely added detail. And the hand one as well, where she's holding the hands. So you're simply going to pop your... And do you know what? That could be the boy gnome sat in that swing. Not just the girl gnome.
Oh, absolutely.
Just absolutely fab. Fabulous, just destroying that little display there. Then we've got the accessories. So the accessories come to you like this, where you've got all these lovely little extra accessories, picnic baskets, the gnome home sign, the wheelbarrow, the little pond, the flowers, another watering can on there for you. You've got sentiments on here as well, which have all a little play on the words. There's Gnome One Like You. I love these. Absolutely fabulous set of sentiments. Then you've got the beautiful embossing folder, which actually is creating a scene. And it's an embossing folder that you can see on the top. But instead of having to colour it all in and take your colouring mediums to colour it in, we've popped in 2 stencils there which can highlight certain areas or highlight it all to create this beautiful scene. And then fantastic finish to that collection is the beautiful paper pad, where you've got scenes in here and then you've got double-sided sheets as well. I'm going to try and hold that down a little bit so you can see that. But a beautiful colour tones running all the way through. Absolutely fabulous. Great collection. Fantastic price. Absolutely gorgeous. Our summer garden gnomes.
Brilliant, aren't they?
Absolutely.
What an amazing launch we had yesterday. You will be able to go back and watch the full 2 hours as well. $66.99, $82.85. Brilliant, get a discount as well, seeing as we've just launched it. I'm sorry to say, ladies.
We knew that. We knew. I don't know why you got us in here for. What did you get us in here for?
Don't shoot the messenger. I didn't get you in. Sandra has, well, these two are going to be trouble today. Very spicy. Sandra, of course, at number 3 is the card of the show,
It's
which
absolutely
is brilliant.
beautiful.
Really gorgeous, isn't it? Myself and Becky, we're back, won't we, at 2 p.m, so you've got an hour. We're going to go and get some lunch. If your ears are burning, you know why. So we're going to go and do that, and then Sandra will be up at 5 p.m, so towards the end of that block of shows, and then we've got a mass...
4 p.m.
4 p.m. Don't tune in at 5. Sandra won't be here
We're
at
gone
5.
at 5.
We'll be gone
Till
at
4.
5, yeah. And then we've got a masterclass together
Yes, we
later,
have.
haven't we? Which will be brilliant. The starter kit isn't appearing in the Shop the Day page. Search for it on the website in the search bar. You can't see it at all at the moment. We'll make sure it's added for that later show as well. Right, do what you need to do. Go and have some lunch, get a coffee, put a wash on, put the kettle on, do anything you need to do. We will all be back, of course, at 2 p.m. here in the UK, which is 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. over on the West Coast on the West Coast. I went a bit Dutch there, don't know why. Oh, no football here, eh? Right, we will... I'm going to just end this because I'm going to get myself in trouble. Winner of the card number 3, we will see you back here in an hour's time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.